At this time, we had a team post on 99th in Avalon, and somebody came to team post and said, "Oh, y'all, it's a lot of guns on the tracks. There's guns on the track." And we like, "Boy, ain't no damn guns on the tracks, right?" So he got one. So everybody in the neighborhood went to the tracks. And do you know the cargo things were full of guns? Full of guns. Who put them there? Wasn't no police there trying to stop us from taking them. So it was a setup for us to hurt ourselves.
A lot of people think that that whole guns on the train thing is sort of like a myth, or
There was no myth.
But
it was no myth.
You know firsthand.
I know firsthand. At the time, I believed in my man. I was in love with my man. And at that time, we were helping each other survive. Because I was 8 months pregnant when he went to jail. That wasn't planned to do that in prison, but I did it. And I got busted.
And exactly what did you do?
I got busted. I swallowed 16 bags of heroin and woke up in the hospital with a priest over me. And I wasn't allowed to go back to the prison anymore. Plus I had a knife, but I was on, I had my son with me and one of my friends, and we was on the Greyhound. And the Greyhound is very dangerous. You know, women going back and forth on that prison, they get raped, robbed, all that. So I kept a knife with me. So, and I forgot to take the knife out of my bag, and they were already waiting on me anyway. They were already waiting on me. So they told me I had to be searched before I can go in the building, so I asked her, could I use the bathroom? I knew if I flushed it, they'd have got it right out. And my dumb butt swallowed it, thinking that it wasn't gonna bust that fast, and by the time I got to the back, I could have made myself throw this shit up. But I passed out and woke up in the hospital.
And I'm assuming they put a case on you?
No, they didn't allow me to go back to the prison anymore.
Oh, but they didn't charge you with anything?
They didn't, no, they didn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I told them this girl had gave me this medicine, which I had taken and made me drowsy, you know what I mean? So I could never go back to Soledad, period. My son went and did a year there, and they would not allow me to go visit him because of that.
Is this forever, permanently?
Yeah, permanently.
Who were you hanging out with in the 70s, and what was that period like?
In the 70s, I was hanging out with all the girls that was banging from different areas. Pam Tide, Jackie Tide, Tootie Reed's daughter, Tiny. We all hung out. We all partied together, you know. We just used to have the big parties at our house all the time, you know. And, you know, we was young. We didn't have no jobs. I was selling weed, you know, pay my rent. And we just liked it to party. We wasn't really out there trying to get into nothing, you know.
And were all these girls you just mentioned all from the east side, or was there
They east side and west side. I knew Black Connie from the west side. We ran together. I know Bonnie. I know Sheila Crenshaw. I know the Crenshaw sisters. I was on both sides, because I had a cousin that lived on the east side, and she knew all them. And I would go to my cousin's house, you know, a lot. But yeah, I hung around with a lot of them. Black Connie from Compton, all of them knew me.
You told me this interesting story about DJ Rogers and singing and things like that.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, and this was I was 15, 14. I met DJ Rogers through my friend Kim. Kim and Linda Sims, they used to sing. They had a group. And so we used to go over to DJ Rogers' house. They used to be practicing. And I was scared of DJ Rogers. So we would be going to these big mansions. We in the Rolls Royce now. We young girls, right? We go to this certain minister house, and we all go in the house. And he was like, yeah, we finna have an orgy up in here. And me, myself, I said, who finna have orgy? I said, not me. I told my friend, I said, Linda, you can give me the key because I'm going back and sit in the Rolls Royce till y'all get through. And I did, because he was a minister and he was out of line. And just because you trying to be in a group and sing, I'm glad these women are standing up, because that shit was going on inside of churches. Yes.
So that must have been a shock. This is supposed to be a place of worship, a place of God.
And you leave his house and you going over there to practice your music, and here's all the drugs and the drinks, and it's orgy time. Not for me. And I went and sat in the car. And my friend kept coming out there checking on me. I said, how much longer are we gonna be here? You know, they're in there having a ball.
So you had a sort of a long relationship with PP.
Yes, I
the
did.
OG from Q102.
Yes.
What was that relationship like? Was it on again, off again, on again, off again?
Well, no, we were together. We were like Bonnie and Clyde until he went to jail. And when he went to jail, he was having fun, you know, with the girly girls before he went. And so when he went, I was having fun with the boysy boys. So don't be mad. You did it for you went. I did it while you was gone, because I was true to you. So when he got out, it didn't work. I ran for 5 years. You know, we became friends. We argue and feud and fight, and we end up still being friends. That's gonna always be my friend, always, regardless of what nobody say. We are due to die, friends.
And then during the 70s, you also had a son with him.
Yes, I did.
And what was that like, becoming a mom? You were probably early 20s?
Yeah, I was 19.
19.
And it was my first kid. And so when he went to jail, I was 8 months pregnant. And when he went to jail, you know, he was hearing about I was out partying and doing this and doing that. So he got mad and called my mother and them and like, you know, I think y'all need to raise my son till I come home. You know, and my daddy like, well, Drew, is that what you really want me to do? Like, I'm really out here messing up, right? So me and my dad sit down and talk. I said, okay. He wants you to raise my son until he get out of jail. That's fine with me. I was living with him. You know what I mean? I was taking care of my son. I was on the county. I was giving my daddy my county check to take care of my child. I was in the street hustling, taking care of myself. But I also came home. You know, I didn't do nothing in front of my kids. I did everything away from them. And I didn't want them to be a gang member. I didn't want them to do white collar crime. I didn't want them, whatever they seen me do, I didn't want them to be a part of that. So when my house got shot up on 101st behind my friend, 2 girls, my friend Margot, she was mixed with black and white. Me and her was best friends. And she had been to juvenile hall, started messing with this girl, and she got out. So I guess the girl got mad because, you know, we grew up together. We went to elementary and all that. And she was mad because she was hanging out at my house a lot, which we lived across the street. We always was at each other's house. And she shot my house up. And we went after her. she got whooped on, and my dad felt uncomfortable. So we moved to West Covina.
1979 was a serious year because Tookie goes to jail,
Right,
never to be seen again.
right,
Raymond Washington gets killed a few months after that.
right.
Were you around LA in '79, and what was that like?
Okay, I was around Tookie and I was around Raymond. I seen him all the time. I seen Tookie the night he went to jail. Maybe Tookie left from where we were, and the next hour he was in jail. Raymond, I got a phone call from my baby daddy, and he was screaming and crying, talking about they just killed Raymond. And both of them dudes, they were good dudes, and you know what? And to be honest, hard as they was some teddy bears in the inside. Act just like big old kids. Act like big old kids. I got stabbed on 102nd in my arm and my back, and I died and came back. I actually died, and they brung me back. And you feel something. I was taking up a collection from Crazy Crip, and a girl got jealous. She wouldn't fight me. She wanted somebody else to fight me. Instead of the girl fighting me, I'm whooping her ass, and she's stabbing me. But I'm so full of the liquor out there, mad, taking up the collection for the funeral, and then here you come asking me who told you could take the collection. Me. That was my man at that time. Now, is that what you wanted to hear? Because everyone I had, you went behind me and messed with them. So, and that's real. We were really messing around when he got killed. I had just left him that night. He had gave my kids some money. I was supposed to pick him up at 10 o'clock that next morning. My baby daddy called me that morning and told me, "What you doing?" I lived in Ontario. I said, "I'm not doing nothing." He said, "Well, you need to sit down." I said, "Well, sit down? What I need to sit down for?" So I faked it like I was sitting down. I said, "Okay, I done sit down now. What you finna tell me?" But I don't know if he had told my son already before he told me, but all I could do is hearing it from him. It fucked me up so bad, I just ran down the stairs and just ran down the street screaming. I made it down here before I made it to LA before they even moved his body. He was overkilled. Overkilled. And what from some people told me, he asked the dude, "You don't gotta shoot me no more, I'm already dying." That was a hell of a man. That was a hell of a man.
Thanks for watching StreetGangs.com. Please like and share the video you just watched and leave a comment below to tell us what you think. You can also watch 2 of our previous episodes to the right. Please visit the link to our Patreon page and support our campaign. And don't forget to subscribe.